Yo, 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 welcome to Spitter Swell Beer Reviews Jammerthon. I'm Jammer.
And I'm pulling a jammer almost. I'm Shagdog. Uh, again, second time.
Awesome.
Hey, we are the Spitter Swallow Beer Jammer, and I am doing Dank Tank by Hippin Hops Brewing Company. It's not on, they're on Beer Advocate, but this beer is not on there. It's an English IPA according to Untapped, 6.6% ABV with Citra, Calivia, Clit,
Clit,
Cliptivia, and
clitorius.
Amarillo hops. Yeah, danked out. Okay,
Clitorius.
I guess.
Well, I got this Tank Brewing out of honor of a lost fallen friend named Tank. And Tank Brewing Freedom Tower Amber Ale. It gets an 84. It's a 5.2 or 3 ABV. It doesn't have anything written on the can, and specifically like you were going on. But I did read on the line that they picked the southern Ellis Island picture of Miami, which is, I guess, the tower down in Miami there, as the inspiration for Freedom Tower. So,
That says Indian Pale Ale on the can, but Untapped says English Indian Pale Ale.
yeah.
And it's 6.6%, and this is out of, these guys are out of Atlanta, Hippin Hops Brewery.
Okay. All right. Well, mine.
And that's another tank in honor of Tank.
Yeah. This has got a nice auburn color. However, it's got a lot of nasty floaties in it, and
Oh,
I don't like that.
no.
And it doesn't look like yeast. It's dark. It could be, I guess. It's probably completely unfiltered, but anyway, nice beige head, retaining pretty well. Oh, got a nice uh, caramel or toffee, buttery smell. Toasty type malts, and a hint. Well, no, it's got the floral hops there, and a little grainy, almost like Roman meal bread.
Yeah. This is a little dank in the dirty towel way, and the stoner head dank way also.
Yeah.
A little bit of sourness to it, a little bit of pungy sour, but also a little citrus and a little malty in there too. So it should be all
Okay.
right. It smelled like it might be all right.
Awesome.
Yeah. So let's get into it, right?
All right.
Oh, I didn't even say
Cheers.
what mine looked like, Jammer. It does. It's a dark gold. You barely see through it. I do think there might be some white floaties in there, but I can't tell.
Cheers, my
Hope it's
friend.
not no kids in the bus.
Jammerthon is not supposed to take away whatsoever of Easter. It's not supposed to take any significance away from Easter. It's a celebration of Easter as well as just an opportunity for me to do beer reviews that I hadn't been able to do beer
Wait,
reviews.
is
So
Jammerthon still going on?
yeah, this is the concluding day of
Oh,
Jammerthon.
okay. Oh, all right.
You should know
Cheers.
that.
I didn't
It's
know
a
if it's
very
still going
significant.
on. Or,
It's a very significant moment in the Spitter Swallow beer review.
I mean, you did like 3 or 4 sessions or something already on the Jammerthon, so I didn't know if it was still going. Or
It's an all weekend affair.
weekend. It haven't been going for like a week.
This is our weekend going into the.
Oh, okay. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
A little dank. A little dank in that tank.
Well, I'll be honest. This one got a little toffee notes, a little caramel. Kind of smooth, a little toasty. It almost reminds me of that was that toasted one that we did years ago with your brother. What was that called?
Would Diddy,
Yeah,
who will now have to change his name because the real Diddy's a pedophile or something.
yeah,
Um, I can't remember. We did this one together. That beer you're drinking, we did that one. I think you did it once by yourself too.
yeah.
Um, but I can't remember what we drank with Diddy.
It was a toasted. It was a yellow can, and it toasted. It was called toasted something.
Well, we had a toasted lager one time that was out
Yeah,
of Patchagoo, Long Island. I forget the name of the brewing
that's probably
company,
the one.
and I pronounced
Anyway, it tastes
Patchagoo.
similar in the toastiness range
Oh,
of that. You know.
yeah, it was like Blue Point Brewing or something like that,
Yeah, Blue
or
Point. That's what it was. Blue Point had a toasted lager. Yeah,
yeah,
I knew if I jogged your memory, you would remember that. You can't remember your previous girlfriend's names, but you can remember the beers that
right.
you drank 10 years ago.
Yeah, and I think that's the one where I said I like lagers or something like
Hmm.
that. I can't remember.
It's amazing. Can't remember your ex girlfriend's names, but or girls that you meet, but you can remember
Uh,
beers from 10 years ago.
Girlfriend, as long as I dated more than a month or 2 months, I can remember
Hmm.
them. But if it's less than that, yeah, some fling, spring fling, long forgotten by the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you quote me on that. This is a little dang jammer, little piney, a little citrus.
Yeah.
Nothing to take home right home to mom about, but yeah, it's okay.
It's all right.
Yeah, I mean, it tastes like a dank tank, like you
Hmm.
in the tank and it smells dank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine has like a caramel toffee flavor, and it's kind of malty, but it has that floral hop in there, and you
Mhm.
can taste the toast. You can pick up the toastiness of the malts and everything, but it's probably got about a medium to a light mouthfeel,
Yeah.
but it's overall, it's pretty good. It's just not. There's something in there that I just don't care for.
Mhm. Yeah, this one's pretty smooth. It definitely has some dank in there, but it's like a smooth dank. A
Yeah.
little bit of a maltiness, a little bit of the like I'm picking up more of an Amarillo hop than the Citra hop, but it's not overwhelming or anything. Pretty mild, like a less than medium mouthfeel too. So pretty good. It's not real bad. I don't like dank beers, but it's not super dank, so that's super with me.
It says 5/17/23. I don't know if that's
With a brew on date or
yeah.
Best By date or expiry date.
Well, it doesn't say Best Buy. It says FTA, and then it
Freedom
says
Tower,
Buck Boston.
FTA, Freedom Tower Association.
Ah, there you go.
That's
Right,
their
right.
HOA.
Okay. Um, let's see where it says. It says Buck Tower, Boston. So this is weird because this is out of Miami, Florida. This Tank Brewing Company,
Mm,
but it says
yeah,
Buck Boston. Maybe that's something to
the
do
owner.
with the
Yeah, it's the owner. It's like,
recycling or whatever. I don't know. Maybe.
oh, it says $1, like a
No,
buck.
it doesn't say anything
Oh,
like that, but it just says Buck Boston on it.
oh.
So,
Maybe that's the guy who owns the company. His name's Buck Boston.
or they're using Buck as the disguise the other word, and Boston. Maybe they don't like Boston. Who knows?
Yeah, I give this one you know what, a B minus a swallow. B minus a swallow. There you go.
I'm gonna have to say the same thing about this one. A B minus and a swallow
Mm.
because it's there's a odd flavor there that I can't really pull out and be able to give you a any indication of what it is. It's just the flavor that I don't like at the end. But
Yeah,
overall, it's pretty darn good.
I remember doing it one time in honor of Tank. That might have been a few months or less than a year after he passed away,
Hmm.
and I didn't recall liking that one too much.
No,
Yeah,
but it's a beer that
yeah,
says tank on
yeah.
it, so
And amber ales, I'm usually 50-50 on amber ales. So
yeah, me too. Amber ales in general are fast to market. Fast to market. Lagers, they have to take a while to mature,
yeah,
and of course, all these companies they don't want to hold on into any of that stuff. They want to get it out there and sell it and get their money back
right.
and make a little, So ales in general are a big thing for a lot of craft brewers, just for that specific reason.
Right. I mean, the thing about ales is they hop them up, so that's what their selling point is really. Um, Depending on what type of ale it is, of course, but
I think if you took a lager, because I remember one time we had an Indian
pale
lager,
lager, yeah,
and it was really good.
it might have been. I can't remember.
And I think that it would be better if you'd have an IPL.
Yeah, or a
Yeah,
MPL,
yeah, malt liquor.
malt liquor pale lager. Bowl.
You like that? You still remember it? Huh?
Yeah, or PL. I forget what the
Peanut
whatever.
butter or whatever.
Yeah, you're doing all these different pale
PB
lager
and
malt
J
liquors.
malt liquor.
Yeah,
uh, you know, if the malt liquor drinking community on YouTube was bigger than what it was, and there was a wider selection in big brands, really the humor of all that stuff would have been went over big time, and
yeah.
it had gone over pretty good because we got a lot of reviews on those stuff, But
Hey, I mean, too bad you're not friends with somebody in the brewing business because some of these hopheads, or even some of the malt liquor drinkers, would probably just drink it if you put it in a 40-ounce bottle,
hmm
made some type of Indian pale ale with a bunch of malts in it, and called it Indian pale malt liquor.
yeah,
So, something with Indian pale ale, IPA,
yeah.
and malt liquor, or something like Crazy Horse Indian pale ale, or
Let
something.
me tell you, what's that amber waves of grain
Yeah, amber waves of that'd be a good one. Yeah.
malt liquor?
Amber waves of grain malt liquor, amber ale infused malt liquor, or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Or
ambers with grainy ass malt liquor.
uh, I think a stout malt liquor would be good.
Yeah, shit. Even a brown ale malt liquor,
Hmm.
called a brown bag special brown ale malt liquor.
Oh yeah, brown bag it.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then as a brewery, I think I would pay homage to the generic brand. Remember back in the day when you went into the grocery store, all you saw was yellow and black lettering or white lettering, and then it was generic. Everything was generic. The whole aisle was generic brands
of what beer?
of different products.
The whole aisle was.
Yeah, they came out years ago at one time with the generic label, which was all just it just said generic label. It was a no name brand, no store brand, generic aisle. I think it was in I think Cash and Carry Sweet Bay had
Oh,
it, and Winn
well,
Dixie had some.
what type of products was it though?
It was everything. You,
But
you,
it's
you
all in
name
one
it.
aisle.
Yeah, it was all on one aisle because it was called the generic aisle, and it
Oh,
had condiments, it had toilet paper, it had everything that you could be generic with, chips, all that stuff.
and they didn't have one of those fake store name like Sam's Choice or
No,
what a
it
great
just had
value or
it
anything.
just had what it was on the label. Toilet
Wow,
paper.
toilet paper. Wow, that's crazy. I don't
Yeah.
remember that, but now we do have.
Now, could you imagine coming out with a beer? just
This is
generic lager.
a black and white label.
Yeah, no, yellow and black lettering,
Yellow, black. Okay.
and just and on the back you could say generic brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it could be from a brewer. And if it was me, I would. If I had, let me put it this way, Shagdog. If I was a brewery, or I owned a brewery, I should say, not if I was a brewery, I'd be making beer and drinking it, I guess. If I owned a brewery,
If you were a brewery, I'd be drinking you.
that's perverted. But if I owned a brewery and everything, and I had the opportunity to have fun in life, I would infuse all my different brands, labels with humor. I would be like right now. I would turn around, come up with a generic label. Boom! I would put a generic lager, generic ale, generic, and there would just be
Well,
a
that's the
line
brand
of
name.
generic. Huh?
That's the brand name then, right? Generic, right?
Yeah, that would be part of the brewery. It would
You
be,
could have one beer call it. It'd be a good name for the next generation instead of XYZ and all that. Generation generic.
yeah. And then you could come out with different type of styles of drinks and everything. You have a light and fruity beer. You
Generic.
call it the gay friendly or gay whatever,
Rainbow of fruit.
Yeah, rainbow fruit. I would put all this silly stupid stuff in.
And you could actually have a rainbow, but instead of just the striped colors, you could have different fruits like yellow like banana.
Like
anything,
Lucky Charms, right?
yeah, anything is banana, whatever. It's yellow, and the red ones you have all the red fruits going across and oranges.
There you go. You come up with a banana beer, and you talk about it. It's big for gay people.
Yeah, the red striped part of the rainbow, you can have strawberries and red berries and everything.
You have
red.
cherry. You turn
Cherries,
around
yeah.
and say it was good with the lesbian community.
Yeah, the LGBTQ plus. Right? What the hell's a plus?
Isn't there an I in there too? I don't know how many letters it's up to.
Hey,
now.
do you know what pronouns a serial killer? They/them.
No, okay. But yeah, I would be having fun with that crap. I would be coming up with crazy names and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think you better come up with better than generic. But yeah. But you do you, Jammer. You do you. Yeah, I actually beat you. That's pretty amazing, huh?
I would come up with peanut butter and jelly beer.
I think you had a bigger can. Is that a 12-ounce can or a 16?
12 ounce.
Oh, okay. Well, peanut butter and jelly malt liquor.
BLT beer.
Hey, that might taste good actually. Bacon, because you had a bacon maple.
Yeah.
So BLT beer,
Bacon, lettuce,
tomato beer. That might taste good actually.
Yeah, I bet
Because
you would.
we've had a tomato beer, a couple bacons.
Mm-hmm.
Never had a lettuce beer.
No, lettuce is easy to have a
I
flavor.
mean,
of.
it really don't have that much flavor unless you add the croutons and the salad dressing. And
All you have to do with lettuce is take the lettuce and crunch it up into the water, and it
basically, yeah,
and you gain that flavor. Yeah,
I mean, what little flavor there is, yes.
Yeah, and you would have it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Now celery, on the other hand, that's horrible. Because one time I tried to make my own V8 in my juicer, and I put too much celery and radish in it, and I put like friggin' 6 or 8 tomatoes in the damn thing.
Yeah.
It tastes like radish and celery juice is what it tastes like. I couldn't taste the tomatoes. I put a couple.
Sounds like you had an opportunity for you to add a little apple or grape to it, and
apple and grape, yeah.
to tone down the astringent qualities of radish and celery.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier when you said you are a brewer, I said you can milk anything. Fuck, I'll milk that brewery.
Yeah.
Get some beer out of you, one way or the other.
One way or the other. You're
Not the other way, though.
Beer.
I'll do this, but I ain't doing this.
One way or the other, you're gonna give me some beer.
I ain't getting no beer out of that. That's for sure. I'll take it out of this. No, no.
That's the second-hand beer down there.
Yeah, that's the generic beer.
Yeah. Ah, all right. You ready to head to the next?
Yeah, let's do the next one. I'm ready, Jammer.
All right.
Thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting. All of our new Instagram followers, if you're joining us, thanks for watching. I don't know too much about Instagram. I just created a page today, and you can actually stream live from here, but you got to go to your Instagram account and do some stuff, and then bring the. I'm like, it's too much. I'm not even messing with that. I'll just occasionally I'll take a picture today of the beers I was doing, and I put it on Instagram.
Yeah, you could try to hook it up to Instagram, and I mean, if you're a really diehard beer review,
Well, I didn't want to go to the Instagram right before we're doing a beer review. I didn't want to take the time to figure out how to do all of it. So
I think you should do it when you have some free time.
Yeah,
don't interfere with the Jammer-thon.
All right, we'll do it on the next one. Not the next beer,
watching,
but the next.
Commenting, liking, subscribing, and sharing. Always be sure to if you have tried one of the beers that we've selected to review, try to leave us a comment and tell us what you think. If you think it was good or bad or indifferent, just put it down below. Let us know.
Anybody from the Hot Atlanta?
Tank Brewing Company's Freedom Tower.
Anybody from Hot Atlanta has done any other beers by the brewery? They do have some of their beers on Beer Advocate, but this one wasn't on there. Let me know.
I think if I was a company, I would try to get James Garner's estate to allow me to use his picture as the when the cover for the movie Tank.
Right. Or the actual UFC fighter back in the old days when he was good, Tank Abbott.
Even better yet, to have the Tank with Patton standing up on that would be awesome.
Yeah, I would like to have, what was it, a second armored division or one of those armored divisions, Patton, Hell on Wheels, whatever. Yeah, that'd be good.
Blood and Guts. That'd be another beer, Patton beer.
Blood and Guts. Oh, yeah, when you got your hand in the goo, it used to be your best friend's face.
You'll know what to do. Now, you sons of bitches, I'll be honored to lead you in battle.
Yeah.
Any place, anytime, anywhere.
I'll shoot any you pussy asses that try to cry and wimp out. Yeah.
You wade into them. You make them die for their country.
That's good shit, Pat. He was assassinated. I think he was assassinated.
I think he was too, because at that time period, he was having a battle with Eisenhower about the Spear of Destiny. He wanted to keep it.
They had the Spear of Destiny?
Yeah, well, it's not the real spear. Of course, it's the one that Charlemagne had.
Oh.
The significance was that there was a Spear of Destiny in Austria back before World War II that Hitler had saw. And so when he came about to come into power, he knew that he needed the trappings of any good leader, dictator, ruler. So he wanted to have family jewels, basically. And so whenever they went into Austria, he had a guard, a military guy, or a Nazi guy, already in the museum waiting for them to cross the border. As soon as he crossed the border, the guy changed into his uniform and stood by the Spear of Destiny until they came in and got it. And Hitler did it on Longius or whatever, the guy that killed, not killed, but stabbed Jesus with the spear.
Oh, he's a saint?
Yeah, he's a saint now, because what happened was that he took the spear because he didn't know whether Jesus was dead or not, and he stuck him into the side. And when he stuck him in the side, the blood rained down and got into his eyes, and he was nearly blind. He had cataracts and stuff like that.
I never heard of this story.
Oh yeah, he was nearly blind and everything. So whenever the blood of Jesus came into his eyes and everything, he not only was cured of his cataracts and everything, but he had visions of the Messiah and the future and all these different things. And so,
where did you get this story from? I never heard this before, Jammer.
This is history.
Now, I've heard about this. Of course, I know the Romans stabbed him, blood and water came out the side or whatever. But I didn't hear about the blood getting in his eyes and the guy seeing the future or anything like that.
Look him up. What's it? Saint Langia, whatever. Leonidas, or whatever his.
No, Leonidas is Greek.
Whatever his name is, he became a
I'll
saint.
I'll look it up. Yeah.
And he picked it up on I think it's March 15th. That is that Saint's Day.
During Jammerthon.
March 15th.
Oh, Jammerthon has been going on for like 2 weeks now.
No, it's just a week.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but we could do next year 2 weeks.
Okay, Jerry Lewis.
But what's crazy about it is that Hitler came in on that specific day to pick up the Sphere of Destiny from Austria. There, went into Austria, went to that museum, picked it up on that day, and the significance of it is that. Anyway, long story short, he had that one, and they were able to capture it after World War II, and U.S. people captured it.
Okay.
But they did some tests on it not too long ago, and was able to date it to 800 A.D. So it wasn't the actual Sphere of Destiny.
Yeah.
But it was the one that Charlemagne carried into battle, claiming to be the Spear of Destiny.
Oh,
so it does have some historic and significant historic.
Oh, my camera turned. That's why. Here we go. Son of a bitch.
Significance,
Oh, well, What about the girl? She wiped the blood off Jesus' face as he was walking with the cross, and supposedly that little cloth has some stuff to significance to it.
Yeah.
Supposedly that one's in the Vatican. Supposedly.
And supposedly they had the Holy Grail and the globe, whatever that globe thing, and all that stuff, at the same place. Hitler did. If I was Hitler and I thought that was the real Spear of Destiny, or any ruler for that matter, I would have been carrying it with me at all times, because they said if long as it was in your possession, you could not be destroyed. You would be you would be conquer everybody. But anyway, Patton was going through with that because he didn't want to give it back, because they were returning artwork after the war. They were trying to return artwork. Eisenhower was supposed to. They were battling it out a little bit. Eisenhower was supposed to meet with him about it and all that stuff, and then he got hit by the trolley or whatever.
I mean, I never heard any of that stuff about Patton, but I did hear that he wanted to go invade Russia afterwards because he knew Russia was a threat. So he wanted to invade Russia, and I heard that's why they took him out.
And that too, I'm sure that was part of it. It's just like Kennedy. You never hear anything about Kennedy, but yet you have the driver that looks like he pulled a gun on him and shot him.
Yeah, but
and here's the thing about that. They say it was Oswald, but from the distance, from the different wounds that the president had, he had the doctors and everything. They dismissed everything what the doctors said and wrote what they wanted.
All right.
The wounds that the doctors said, it looked like it came from the front. He got shot in the chest.
No,
like the front.
I thought it was in the
throat too. It was a couple.
He got shot in the chest.
Yeah, that's the other evidence that you don't know about. A lot of these doctors, the doctors that were there on the site, they had wrote stuff down, and then they everything was changed.
Well,
so the CIA, the FBI have basically covered.
Well, as far as the driver, though, you could see that as a reflection of the guy's head. It's not because they zoom in. And his hands are both on the wheel. Still.
No.
When it looks like that, you see a reflection of the guy sitting next to him on top of his head.
So where's the puff of smoke that comes from out of the gun there?
I didn't see that part.
Yeah, the Zapruder film that you have not seen, I guess. The one that I sent you. You didn't
I saw
see
the
that?
real Zapruder film. I was there many years ago.
Yeah. But they say that you left and down, left and down, left and down. Well, left was the grassy knoll.
I thought it was back, left, back, down, or something like that.
Well, no. I mean, the first shot came from the front, and he went back.
I thought the first shot was the throat when he went like this.
Well, he went.
And then she's leaving, and she's like, "What's wrong with you?" And then his head exploded.
It's really kind of weird because.
But they say that one went through his throat. That it went through the experts said the Warren Commission said went through his back, lower back, went up this high, out exit, And then went to the governor of Texas,
Yeah.
shoulder, arm, elbow, 3 different
Yeah.
spots on him.
And his wrist.
Yeah, whatever hell it was.
And the bullets looked pristine after the fact.
The
Like it
magic
never
bullet.
hit
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
That was the other thing. And they looked perfectly, it wasn't smashed up at all after going through
Right.
2 bodies and multiple things. All this stuff. But anyway, long, with the
Long
whole,
story short,
yeah, long story short.
the Spirit of Destiny. That's
Kennedy-
the story of the Spirit of Destiny. And
No,
Kennedy,
that wasn't
folks.
anything to do with it. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know the
Spirit of
thing.
Destiny killed Kennedy.
You know the thing.
See, nobody will get to that funny closing line.
No,
Stop watching before you get to that.
Yeah. But it's
Anyhow.
crazy, the whole thing. I mean, you can't. You're claiming that it's this guy, but the government covered it up, man. I mean,
Yeah. Well, they even say the pictures of I saw the documentary that showed all the doctors about 8 or 10 years ago. They showed all the different doctors, med students that were in the room and stuff like 3rd, 4th year.
Oh, his brain disappeared.
Yeah. Well, they said when they showed the pictures of the autopsy when they took him to Washington that they did surgically repaired his head because they said it was a big ass hole and they fixed it so they had probably someone else's hair or fake hair on there. They said it was all fixed up and everything.
Yeah, what gets me is that if it's really him, if you're not trying to cover up anything, why does his brain disappear? How is
Right.
the president's brain disappear? It's just like the whole thing with the NASA tapes of the moon. They just got destroyed or disappeared.
Right, because
original.
even if they remove a brain from somebody's head to check it out or find out, they would put it back in.
Yeah.
Right? Before they bury
They
them
put it
or
in a
whatever.
glass jar, hold on to it, and put it back in.
Yeah,
to be
unless they're going to keep it for evidence, they would
Yeah.
keep it. But if it was okay, here's this. All right, yeah, we got our proof there. Put it back in the head.
It's just like, and now we're venturing. This is the crazy part. Who would have thought that we would have made almost full circle here? But just like Hitler, when he was burned and supposedly committed suicide in the bunker and then burned and everything, and the Russians came in, took the body and took the bones. They took the head, one of the parts of the skull there that supposedly shows the bullet hole and everything, had it tested, and guess what? It was from a female. So it wasn't his head. But the jawbone supposedly had the same dental records as Hitler did. Whoop! I'm sorry, but that's not enough proof for me.
Yeah.
Then they DNA tested it and said, oh yeah, compared to his ancestors and all that stuff, it was him. And then that got dismissed and said it wasn't him. So right now it's still a cloudy thing about that. But as far as I'm concerned, every dictator has a double. Probably our president has a double too. Because some days he's really sharp and really on his money, and then
Yeah.
and what the hell are you doing?
Somehow our video popped up.
And other days he's not. But anyway, what I was getting at, if you have a double of yourself and you wanted to make your escape, you would have the double there at the bunker. You would turn around and kill the double.
Yeah, if
You
you're
would
perfect.
burn them, and you would make sure the double had the same dental work too.
Right, that's what I was about to say. If you want to be perfect, you'd have dental because that's usually what they identify people with fingerprints.
Yeah, back
or
then.
dental. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
So
DNA, but
you would make sure they had everything that you needed to use them as needed.
if you had two wisdoms and a molar pulled, guess what? You're getting your shit pulled too, buddy.
Yeah. And you would turn around and have that there for them to dismiss it because there's too many reports that he escaped to was that Argentina, Bolivia, or whatever it was,
one of those countries down there. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was reports that he was in Spain.
I have one conspiracy that says he's Barack Obama's grandfather.
That could be too. Who knows?
That Barack Obama's mother is Adolf Hitler's daughter.
Is that right?
That's one conspiracy thing I saw. Yeah.
Wow. That would really throw it for a loop,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
That one's hard to find now. They probably blocked it.
Well, yeah, they try to scrub the internet of all kinds of things. Anything that has alternative energies, history, and all that stuff, of patents and all that stuff, that's been scrubbed. All that's been scrubbed. YouTube has been completely scrubbed. We were a part of the scrubbing, in the sense that we got scrubbed.
Yeah. Anyhow, I'm ready for another beer jammer.
Let's do it, man.
The fans are waiting.
The Jammerthon is
Although they really like
heating
that
up, buddy.
whole story: Kennedy, Hitler, Spear of Destiny.
We made full circle there. Went from
Yeah.
the Sphere of Destiny, Patton, Hitler, all the way around, back to Hitler again, and
Yeah, to
through
Barack
Kennedy.
Obama.
To Barack Obama, and now we're Barack Obama again.
Yeah.
Man,
Alrighty.
that would be something else, though. And would you? Here's the thing, Shagdog. If you were Hitler and you were there, would you have killed Ava just to prove that? Hey, yeah, that the double and the Ava's in the grave there. You know,
I mean, you
or
think
would you take Ava with you?
oh, if I was going to survive and escape, I mean,
Yeah.
if I loved her, but if she was a pain in the neck, bye bye, Ava.
I think that he actually took her.
Took her with him.
Yeah, because he allowed her all those years. He was to be there and be part of his life. If you were a dictator and could have any punani he wanted,
Yeah.
why would you stick with that one unless she was really man?
He had to have taken her, if you ask me, because if you look at a picture of Ava Braun and then you look at a younger picture of Barack Obama's mother,
Yeah.
guess what? Twins.
Ah.
Mother like daughter.
Well, there is the reports that his bodyguard, the last bodyguard, was there down in South America there with him at that one place that's on that river or that lake or whatever. You know the place I'm talking about, right?
Never been there.
Anyway, you could look it up. It'll pop up. You'll see it on the satellites and everything, and you'll see video of the place and everything. Anyway, they say that he was the last bodyguard of Hitler, and that the woman, Ava, was out living from the compound. She left after so many years, and he was there by himself in the compound and everything, and that she had a kid and all that stuff. So that would make sense if that was the daughter. You know.
Yeah. Could have been.
Yeah.
I did see a video on that one, so we'll have to see if I can find that. It's
Yeah.
been a few years since I saw it, but
Yeah.
all right, I'm ready for the next one. Let's
Swallow
do it.
Beer Reviews Jammerthon 2024 continues.
That video took as long as an old World War II tank driving through France.
If it
Or
was a
Germany.
French tank, right?
It was a French tank, yeah. It wasn't a blitzkrieg. It was a French tank, yeah.
All right, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.